That will take us to the portion of our meeting titled Old Business, Discussion and Action. We will begin with Policy 723.1, Campus Sentinels. This will be a third reading presented by Marcus Myers.
Good evening, Madam Chair, trustees, and Superintendent Dr. Bubb. Thank you for the opportunity to present and discuss a third reading of Policy 506.10, now 723.10, Campus Sentinels. Our core beliefs are set into action with West Ada's dedication to systems of support. In West Ada, we work to ensure every student has access to a supportive and high-quality learning environment where consistent systems, structures, and instructional practices are established in every school and classroom. Safe and secure learning environments are paramount to creating and maintaining these systems, and we are deeply committed to protecting students, staff, and our community. Again, I want to recognize the dedication to safety and security and our practices in place every day in every building. This includes our building leaders, district leaders, teaching teams, parents, students, and of course, our partnership with law enforcement. Your vigilance never goes unnoticed, and it is greatly valued. In review, the Campus Sentinels policy comes before you as a third reading in action. The goal is prevention and deterrence by providing a concealed armed security presence on campus. Campus Sentinels will be West Ada employees wearing a visible identification card who are retired, former, or current law enforcement officers in good standing. All candidates will undergo a rigorous screening process that ensures their good standing status and are required to participate in annual training in partnership with local law enforcement. This training is focused on the unique needs, responses, and skills in a school environment. A question was raised at the second reading about the process for a detailed review of prior employment records. In order to apply, applicants will agree to a full disclosure of employment records, including any incidences relating to conduct. This is our current process and is statutorily required for hiring staff who work with our children. This required process will also apply to applicants for Campus Sentinels. Another question was raised at the second reading about the budget for Campus Sentinels. Yes, there is a budget for this, and we will account for this, as we do with other security expenditures. I provided the following table to demonstrate the daily rate of pay ranges for our security staff. We will use these ranges to plan our fiscally responsible budget. Also, like other security measures, we mustn't provide details about the number of staff and resources to maintain our level of deterrence through strategic ambiguity. Since the second reading, the only change was to the numbering from 506.10 to 723.10, which, given the operational nature of this policy, now aligns with our operations series of policies. In closing, I want to extend our appreciation for our patrons who provided 1,007 entries in our feedback survey. Since the second reading, we had 10 survey responses, 8 of which selected a 5 on a scale from 1 to 5, with 5 being tremendous support for our Campus Sentinels. Thank you, trustees, and with this, both Lieutenant Harper, who's in the back behind us, welcome, sir, and I will stand for any further questions or further considerations.
Any comments or questions from the board? Trustee Brown?
As these will be West Ada employees, they are subject to the same code of ethics and policies, like how they present themselves on social media like any other West Ada employee.
Madam Chair, Trustee Brown, that is correct.
Other questions or comments? Trustee Brown?
I just wanted to share that the day I finished student teaching was the same day as Sandy Hook Elementary, and so I've never stepped into a classroom and not thought about it. And so I have appreciated every effort to make schools safer, and I'm grateful for extensive training and offers through our Meridian Police Department and for this robust program. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions? Trustee McCullough?
I've been a little quiet for the last two readings, just absorbing all the information. I wanted to make sure that I took in everything that you said and had time to process it. And I read every line of the Sentinel policy. I know that you guys started it a lot sooner before I was here, and I'm just coming in for the tail end of it. There was an officer, a gentleman who spoke at the first reading and gave a testimony about his real experience of being in that situation where there was a shooting at a school, and you're here today. And I just want to let you know that I haven't forgotten what you said since that meeting, and it's just really struck a chord with me. And I know that we're all here to protect our kids and to teach our kids and do what's best for them. And the level of security is of utmost importance. I have kids that go to West Ada. It's important to me that that I know that they're safe. And I appreciate the time that's gone into this, the detail, the fact that this is, 8 pages long, and the amount of training that they have to go through, and the amount of detail down to the bullet that is allowed to use. I have not overlooked every single thing and all the many hours that everybody has come together to build this policy. I'm really impressed. I'm proud to be part of West Ada, knowing that my kids' security and the security of all the other children in West Ada are of that much of the utmost importance to everyone else too, that put this policy together. I'm super impressed. I'm very thankful. And I have taken very seriously all the input as well. Voting on a policy I take as a great responsibility. I think the last time I looked at all the comments, it was over 900, and I read every single one of them. And I listened and really took seriously all the comments that were given. And I guess I just want everyone to know that I have listened to both sides before I do make a vote. I have taken everything into consideration. And I'm just very appreciative of all the time and effort that's gone into it. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. I think any deterrence from something like this happening in a school in our school district, I feel like I would be behind. So thank you.
Other comments or questions? Trustee Benetti?
Yeah, it has, we've been through this for the policy committee for the better part of a year, so the nuts and bolts of it inside and out, I know pretty intimately. And I just wanted to take an opportunity actually to extend my thanks to Jeff Stans, who started this prospect about a year ago at his initiative, thinking outside the box, realizing what a important step this would be for deterrence and the safety of our children. And then, of course, although we have thanked him multiple times before, Lieutenant Sean Harper for all the work that he put into it to make sure this policy was the best that it could be. And thank you in advance for, if it passes, the work that you're going to have to continue to do to make sure that these sentinels are the best that they can be. It's always an interesting thing when you have something, a policy that you put into place with the absolute fervent hope that it will never be needed. Mm-hmm. But it's that forethought that brings us to this situation to do something that we hope and pray will never be necessary in the West Ada School District. But I do appreciate Mr. Tan's and Lieutenant Harper's leadership in bringing it to this point. It does have my support. I do plan on voting for this motion, and thank you.
Vice Chair Zuna?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think the only other thing that I wanted to just mention, I want to be aware that there's still staff members and parents that are uncomfortable with this plan. And just as a reminder, as your representatives, we're here for you all the time, not just because this policy is being put into place. And so if you have concerns, continue to reach out, have conversations so that you can know and understand the program, whether it be with the trustees, staff members in the schools or others, just continue to have those conversations because safety is so important, and, we should continue to talk about that. Thank you.
Right, and I'll add my 2 cents as well. I'm definitely in support of this, and like has been discussed this evening by other trustees, we have had a lot of comments, we have had a lot of input, and a lot of work has gone into this. And I think all of that together has brought us to this point tonight, which is to continue to do and look into all things and all ways to protect staff and students. And this is yet another level in that process and in that system to try to help. So I'm very supportive. With that, I'm open to a motion. Trustee Benetti.
I move that we adopt policy 723.10 Campus Sentinels as presented by Chief Academic Officer Marcus Myers.
Is there a second? Trustee McCullough?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0.